I think this is Margaret Wheatley's two loops model, is a really interesting model for us to think about as she talks about system change. So the top arc there, the first one on the left, is the system as it is, and the bottom loop there on the bottom is the new system as it emerges. And just to point out, so she talks about stewards of the old system. So the example that I've read lots about when this two loops model is being talked about is our awareness that fossil fuels are really bad for the environment, and so needing to change that. So if we think about cars, for example, so on the left-hand side over here, you've got stewards of the old system. So we still need diesel and petrol in our cars. That's how we are walking. So there's a whole load of people working really hard to make sure that that still happens for us. And then on the other side of that loop is those people in hospice who are recognising the writing is on the wall for them and their industry. They are grieving the loss, feeling the loss of their skills and their expertise and their knowledge. They are no longer relevant to the world, the future world of electric green cars. So those people are in hospice. Dropping out of that old system there, those people in the middle are the innovators. So the people who are developing the hybrid cars, they started off a couple of them, now there's many of them. The market is growing. We have been able to name it. I've been able to say words like hybrid cars, electric cars. We have named these new wonderful innovations. So on this downward loop here, those people are all connecting. So the science is connecting, the research is connecting, the ambassadors are connecting, the missions. So it's joining missions with other green energies, with I don't, certainly not an expert, but with politicians, with budgets. So that network of connection of those new ways of doing things are connecting, and up as it grows, that community of practice is being nourished by this connection and becoming communities. So they become hubs of expertise in certain areas as people cluster around ideas, and it grows and grows and grows until we can eventually illuminate what the new system is. And it becomes truly influential. And there you see the transition from the old system into the new system. So if you think about everything I've just said today, and you think about where you are in terms of the new system that is emerging post-coronavirus, an emergent system that feels we're on much more shaky ground. We don't know what the future is, but actually the opportunities here to be more collective in our purpose, more feeling in our purpose, more trauma aware in our purpose is growing. So those of us who are dropping out of that old system there as innovators and naming these difficult things, these insecurities, are there as innovators and starting to connect those dots. But we also have to have an awareness of the stewards of the old system. So those people I spoke about who still are working to process, who still are, ego-driven leaders. And I'm not saying I'm not one myself. The awareness of that is still there within me, the need to win, the need to compete. Stewards of the old system need to have empathy and compassion because they are holding a system that grew for a reason from that collective to solve that problem. And those coming into hospice, it's just so important that as we innovate to change, that we recognise the losses for people of the old ways of doing things, and that we are empathetic to their reasons for being like that, to bring them with us to transition over to the new system